FCSB 0, Manchester United 2. Let's talk about it. All I have to say is you can definitely see a vision. You know, when Amron first got here, he talked about how he wants us to see a vision and a certain style of play from him. And I think we saw the best look at that tonight. And I think the biggest part and reason why we saw that vision for Amron's style of play is because KOBBIE Mainoo was in the 10. I'm sorry. Like, from now on, I don't want him anywhere else. I don't want him anywhere else. He was superb with his passing, his crossing, his ability to move the ball forward. And it was just really nice to see KOBBIE comfortable and having fun and in being the KOBBIE that we fell in love with last year. I think you could definitely see that he was struggling a bit at the beginning of the season and trying to find his way. But I think putting him in the Tim and Amram system is going to be where he shines. And that's clearly where he shined today. And he played really well with Ahmad when he came on as well. I would say the first half was a bit slow. I think the game should have finished 4-0. We missed some really big opportunities there in the first half, but we still got the W, obviously. And I think that Garnacho came on and played a really good game. You guys know I'm very critical of Garnacho, and I personally don't think he's good enough for Manchester United, but he came on and he was very solid, very, very solid. He was also providing a lot of opportunities to score, and he was being very creative in the front, and he worked well with Dalot today. I think Dalot had a really good game as well, which is nice to see because he hasn't been performing too well in those wing back positions. And maybe, you know, Dorgu signing gave Dalot that fire that he needed to realize, I gotta get it together or I'm not gonna play, you know? So it was just good to see. And with that though, it's just hard because I love seeing Garnacho play well. I love seeing Dalot play well. But the thing is, these players are so inconsistent. I can't bank on the fact that I'm gonna see this effort in the next match. And to me, that's what I'm asking for from the players is, if you perform like this, every game's different. You're not going to look exactly the same, obviously, but I need to see consistency. That's why I appreciate Mazraoui, because I know, though every game's different, I know what I'm getting from him. I'm not going to question that. Same thing with Delit most of the time. Some players, I know what I'm getting. And I could even say the same thing with Ahmad, right? Like, he has off nights every now and then, but for the most part, you know. So I'm hoping that putting Mainoo in the 10 helps Garnacho play like this, because he came on and provided the spark and the energy that we needed. Second half looked way more fluid for sure, and I think that's with the subs and all of that. So Bruno, I thought, was very controlled in that 8 position as well, so that was really nice to see. And we can continue to grow on this and then continue to bring in personnel that can help these positions grow and improve in the quality. I think we're going to be okay. More than anything, though, I'm just happy that we go straight to the knockout round and we don't have to participate in the playoffs. And I think Tottenham made it as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really exciting. I will say, too, I think Malacia came on. He's very... It's funny because I feel like Malacia came on and he's had some good games, right? But I feel like him and Højlund, the kind of ball players that they are, I just feel like that they're a little too rough for our system that we're trying to implement, if for lack of a better way of explaining it. Højlund, he looked better, but he's still not that. He's just not gonna work, I don't think. And I think Malacia too, he had some moments where he just looked very uncomfortable, and like, I don't know. Again, it's one game, you know, you take it one game at a time. I'm not saying Malacia needs to leave or anything. Maybe he does, I don't know, but you can slowly start to see who's gonna fit and who's not. And that is why, as a manager, it's so important, in my opinion, to stick to your philosophy as much as you can. Of course, you make adjustments and you try to, you know, fit personnel the best way that you can, but you can't, you know, let the players dictate and rule what you're trying to do. You know your style, you know what works best. And Amram's finding that. And I think through patience and through getting through this season, and we're going to see something. Compared to what we've seen with Erik ten Hag, this is nice. It's nice to see a style of play. It's nice to see things coming together. Once we can get actually putting the ball the back of the net with the creativity on offense, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So yeah, all in all, obviously there's always things to improve on. I mean, we're Manchester United. We're not where we need to be, but we're seeing it. Slowly but surely we're seeing it. We're headed to the knockout stages of the Europa League. We want to win this. That's all that matters. You just keep winning. You keep taking it one day at a time. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Really happy with the win today. Really happy with the things and the things that we're seeing. You can see the vision for Amram, and you know, you can't ask for more than that. So now we go into Sunday. We play Crystal Palace, and I'm hoping that these players can continue to be consistent and we can see these same things. But honestly, the main takeaway, say it with me, put it in the chat, spread the word. The main takeaway from this match, put KOBBIE Mainoo in the tin. I don't want to see him nowhere else. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, and I will see you later. Goodbye.